Hello Unkindness crew, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing with weapons manufacturing and a Jeskai shell today. No, we don't need synthesizer, but we are playing with Tezzeret, and I'm really excited to show you this list in a best of one standard format. At the 1-drop we have Dusk Rose Reliquary, additional cost cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, ward 2, and when this enters, exile target artifact or creature opponent controls. We're playing Boomerang Basic, fun way to bounce our non-creature spells, and a way to get card advantage. Torch the Tower, does 2 damage to target creature planeswalker. Bargain, it does 3 damage to that permanent instead, and you scry 1. When that creature or planeswalker dies, it gets exiled instead, which is really awesome in this format. We're playing best of one, so 1 Soul Guide Lantern is a wonderful object that we can search with Tezzeret to slow down or deal with the Kavero or Lessons deck. Cryogen Relic, when it enters or leaves, you get to draw a card. Legion Extruder, when this artifact enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. Sacrifice another artifact for 2, create a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. This pairs very well with weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, does 2 damage to any target. In a best of one format, there's a ton of badgermole decks right now. So Pinnacle Starcage usually wins on the spot. When this artifact enters, exile our artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. It's also our secret win con. When we have a lot of munitions out with weapons manufacturing, Pinnacle Starcage will take away all of those artifact tokens and kill our opponent on the spot. We get to play one of my favorite draw cards in standard right now, Stock Up Sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the rest of your bottom of your library in any order. I've been dying to make Tezzeret work in standard, and this might be a very good home for him. Whenever an artifact enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. This is really good because in one turn, with more than one weapons manufacturing out, you can ultimate Tezzeret, and Tezzeret ultimate can just win a game. Tezzeret 0, untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put 1 counter on it. It's another way we can also untap Legion Extruder to have 2 activations in one turn. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. We can find Dusk Rose Reliquary or Soul Guide Lantern with this. At our top end, we have United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You might put 2 non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. So this is a good way we could find Tezzeret, we can find Legion Extruder, weapons manufacturing, and get our engine online. And today we're playing with Appa. Appa enters, airbend any number of other target permanents you control. We can also airbend the munition tokens off weapon manufacturing as another way to kill our opponent if we have too many munition tokens out. In addition, it's a good way to save our artifacts or enchantments, or we can bounce Pinnacle Starcage at my opponent's end of turn and then replay Pinnacle Starcage to take away more creatures or more artifacts that my opponent controls. I want to point out we did try one of Chainsaw in the main board. When this equipment enters, it deals 3 damage to up to 1 target creature. Whenever 1 or more creature dies, put a rev counter on this equipment. Equipped creature gets +X/+O, where X is the number of rev counters on this equipment as another win con. However, we did bore this out in future matches and go up 1 more Torch at the tower to be a little more mana efficient. But we're just playing a best of 1 format today. I really like this deck, and please, if you haven't, check if you're subscribed. It really means a lot to me and the channel. Maybe throw a like, comment down below. But I'm excited to show you this deck in this video today, so let's get right into it. I go first. We don't have blue, but we have Torch and Legion. Might be good enough. I'm gonna play the Mountain for a Torch to the tower. Archive. Uh-oh. We drew another Legion Extruder, so I'm just gonna play Legion Extruder and ping them in the face. Urge. Is this Jeskai? Probably. Drawing a Fountain Port was a problem. I guess we can Legion Extruder, still ping them in the face. And we can play our tap land and pass. Jeskai control is going to be an interesting matchup. Oh, it's 4-color control. Hey, there's a blue source. So we can play Stock Up. They didn't counter that. That's surprising. I think I'm going to get Mistwise Village and weapons manufacturing. We can pass. Fated Passage. Whoa, Fable Passage in a control deck? Whoa. Alright, let's weapons manufacturing. Boomerang Basic on Legion Extruder. Value? Inevitable defeat. Yeah. That's the thing. Oh, we drew a Relic. Relic seems fine to draw a card. Drew Dusk Rose? We just have to pass, we're tapped out. Opponent plays a mountain and just passes. Brew torch. Not really good here. What's Legion Extruder? Oh. Drix Interception. Sure, you got it, buddy. And we can pass, holding up Legion Extruder. Lightning Helix my face. Yeah, you got it. They're going for the burn train. I could have activated Mountain Rise Village there, but I wanted to be mana efficient. I guess I'm being patient, so I should have played it like that anyways. And take 1 for 1. Inevitable defeat. Well, opponent, welcome to my Appa. And let's bounce Relic as well. Inevitable defeat doesn't do any damage. And we can United Battlefront. Getting Weapons Manufacturing, Legion Extruder. Trigger. 2 to the face. You can play this land tapped on red Fashion with Appa, and we can still activate Legion. Not on my watch. Yeah, you got it. Pass. Now we get to sack Legion on the munition. 2 to the face, make a 3/3. Are you gonna Lightning Helix by 3/3? I think we're winning if they do that. So we can Legion, make a token, 2 to the face, play a Relic, draw a card, make another token, and I think I'm just gonna hold up Legion Extruder and we can stock up next turn. Did play a land, that seems pretty good for us. Oh! Munitions is better than control, let's go! Opponent goes first. If they're a badgermole deck, this hand is amazing. So I think we have to keep it. We can make passage on white. Untap Sacred Foundry. That's scary. Stadium Headliner. Ooh. So I'm gonna just torch the Headliner now and not deal with that. I want to protect my life total as much as I can for as long as I can, and hopefully this Tezzeret into Pinnacle, Starcade, or United Battlefront will get across the line. Voice of Victory. I'm glad we did. Ooh, Relic. I think I'm going to play the Relic. We're going to take 1 damage here, but we get to draw a card. Drew a land, which is okay. We want to play more 1-drops and 2-drops. If they play the 3-drop enchantment, that's scary, but Stadium Headliner is good for us. We take 3 with voice attacking. Only priority 4. Frontline Rush. Oh, that's hot. Oh, I am impressed by my opponent. He understands this matchup and wants to push damage. So let's Pinnacle Starcade, drawing a card, getting ready to their board. Legion Extruder seems really good here. Tap passage into Sanguine. Yep. I think I worry about my life total here. So I am going to exile Sanguine. Play Legion Extruder on the token. And play this on white, tapped, and pass. And then next turn we can Unite a Battlefront. Hired Claw. It's good for us. Oh, United Battlefront, let's do it. Pinnacle Starcade and Weapons Manufacturing. Unfortunately, we get rid of Legion Extruder. But that's good enough. Opponent scoops it up. Maybe we should have played this deck all along. I go first. Get the Weapons Manufacturing stock up. Let's try it. Let's play our Sacred Foundry tapped and pass. Lead deck building. Are you sure it's just a meta call deck? Lantern Wells. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's just play Starting in Town and play Weapons Manufacturing and pass. Opponent plays Forest into a Hydra. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I could die next turn, right? I don't care. We're going to play stock up. Chainsaw. Untap land seems sick. We already have one United Battlefront. I guess I should have taken the other United Battlefront because we're just going to start chaining them together. Bristly Bill. That's scary. Into Terramorphic Expanse. So we're going to be taking 11 damage here. They swing all out. That seems good for us. Nope. Then they're probably keeping up protection. So let's chainsaw here on Llanowar Elves. Let's kill Llanowar Elves. And there is their Snakeskin Veil we were worried about. So now we get to do anything we want, right? Yeah, so we get to pay 2 life. Dusk Rose Reliquary, sacking Munitions. Munitions kills Bristly Bill. Dusk Rose gets to take off Hydra. And then I think we want to save life. I could bounce Chainsaw, but let's do that next turn if we need it. Traveling Chocobo. That's scary. Little Chocobo, yep. Oh, and they just pass? Alright. 2, 3, and 4. Let's United Battlefront. I think I can get Legion Extruder. No, Star Cage brings this back. Sure, let's do this. We're going to lose a lot of our stuff here. This does 2 damage to you. And Munitions comes back, and Munitions get to kill Hydra. Manufacturing comes back. And then we pass. Traveling Chocobo, Part 2. So let's Boomerang Basics on a Munition. Draw a card, killing Chocobo. Untap Blue Source saves us some damage here. That's good. So let's just crack this. Munitions, draw a card, and pass the turn. You can crack Fountain Port on another Munitions for whatever they play. Is Traveling Chocobo. Found an untap land. Yep. So end step, we will sacrifice 1 Munitions and kill Chocobo. They could have protection here in their hand, but we get to do the same thing next turn. They do not. Okay. So we can now stock up Appa and Legion Extruder seems sweet. Let's play our untapped source for white so we can at least cast Appa. Let's pass. I'm committed to playing Appa here. I still Explorer. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Good thing we have a way to deal with that, right? Fable Passage, doing Fable Passage things. I still trigger. Oh, there's a boss thing say. So now we're having problems. Oh, they didn't play boss thing say. That's really good for us. Find another forest. And they play a Tifa, yeah. It didn't let me play Appa? Why did it pass? Well, whatever the reasoning. Whatever the reasoning, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna play Appa. Bounce munitions, bounce munitions, bout relic, bounce extruder. Trigger, draw a card. Munitions is gonna kill Ice Till. And let's play Passage on white. And hold up Torch of the Tower and pass. Earthbender Ascension. Yeah, that's a problem. Trigger, trigger. They attack. I block with Appa. That was a weird choice, but I will take it. Pass to my turn. We just relic, draw a card. Create an ally. Trigger, trigger. Extruder, create an ally, trigger, trigger. 2 damage to face. And we'll play Archive. Nether Manufacturing just kind of wins now, so let's pass. There's a Tifa, sure. Then 1 card in hand, end step, we're gonna Legion Extruder, sack munitions, kill a Tifa, make it through 3. Play the munitions we were gonna draw, play the Verge, bash in, and pass. Opponent finds a fetch land, yep. So at end step, we could just crack the Relic to draw a card, and then guaranteed to have munitions. It doesn't matter which order we do it, they're dead on board. Untap. Go to combat. Kill my opponent. And on to the next hand. I go first. I think I can keep this. I think turn 1 I need to play the Surveil land to go on curve. Weapons Manufacturing. Yeah, let's keep that. We can play that next turn. Untap. Storm Chaser's Talent, yep. So let's play Weapons Manufacturing. Next turn we can play Relic and Torch the Tower. Island into what? Hey, look, Boomerang Basics. Color me not surprised. There's a Storm Chaser's Talent Part 2, and we take 3 damage. So I need to play 2 life here, and we're going to Relic. And I think I'm going to Torch the Tower, bargain, killing you, sacrificing the munitions to kill the other Otter, just to keep their board clear. And we get to Scry. I need another land, so I'm not going to keep a third manufacturing. We'll get to pass. Getting an untapped land would be really nice here. Another talent, yeah. Another Boomerang Basics. Yeah. This is high echelon of standard. I'm getting ottered to death. Untapped land, sweet. So I'm gonna play that. A2 life. United Battlefront. I think I want to Relic and Starcage because we draw 2. Making sure munitions goes off second. Draw some cards and refill our hand. Seems like a good turn. Now with Tezzeret, we can uptick on munitions if we wanted to. There's Endurance. Never mind, I have a different plan. So Tezzeret, it tapped all my white. I hate you, game. So I'm gonna negative Tezzeret on Dusk Rose. And now we have to pay this untapped on white. And Dusk Rose sacrificing the Pinnacle Starcage. So we can get our card draw engine back. Get some loyalty on Tezzeret. Make some manufacturing tokens. And this way we take Monument to Endurance.
My will is my own.
And pass. Right now we have 10 damage on board if we find another Pinnacle Starcage. There's Artisan Talent, yep. And to Wisdom, the talent trigger is probably going to let them draw 3 cards, which I was right. So we get to pass here. We drew another relic, so let's just play relic. Trigger. Manufacturing trigger, Tezzeret triggers. And Tezzeret can now ultimate. Misrise Village. We can just manufacturing, right? Holding up. Why is it double tapping like that? I guess we can just relic again. Make some more bad boys. There's Pinnacle Star Cage. That's good. So let's animate our relic and spash in for 3. Get in there, little relic. The little relic that could. And pass. There's Wisdom to draw 3 to get out of it. We want them to tap out because we have to play around Quench now. Artisan Talent level up, yep. So let's put a counter on the relic. Force them to remove the relic. Makes us draw cards. Let's just go to combat. Uptick on the relic. Swing for 7.
Mana still obeys me here.
And they're now at 10, and we are going to Pinnacle Star Cage all of our munitions. And I doubt they're playing Negate. If they are, I should have cracked Misrise Village. But let's play a game, shall we?
My network is already vast.
Triggers on the stack. To the face. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you negate this many counters? No, you can just draw 3 cards. That's fine. Monument to Endurance triggers. You're dead on board. Does Lessons players just enjoy watching? Like, there's no reason for this. They're just like, you have to watch me play. So I'm gonna make you watch me play. That's why you play Lessons? Is that true? Someone tell me in the comments. Yeah, your endurance goes off. And then you're dead. Get off my screen, Lessons player. On to the next game. I'm gonna try keeping it. I'm gonna put this on white. And pass. Because we need to have double white. I guess we have double white with Starting Town. Inverge. Was a mountain. It's a Sokka, yeah. I love Sokka. I wish there was a home for him. We drew Verge. So I'm gonna just play Weapons Manufacturing and pass. Plays an Island into Storm Chaser's Talent, yep. Otter Ball Antics. Make another Otter, yeah. So I'm gonna have to play Starting Town and Pinnacle Star Cage. If I played Verge last turn, we wouldn't be taking any damage here. Off our Starting Town. Opponent plays Otter Ball Antics, yep. I think I want to Boomerang Basics here. I'm gonna play this tap to activate our Verge to save us some damage. And let's bounce the munitions. Dealing with the Otter token. And playing our Weapons Manufacturing number 2. And we get to pass. And no spells in the graveyard for Storm Chaser's Talent, which is pretty good for us. Uh-oh, stock up. If the board gets too out of hand, we can also Appa bounce Pinnacle Star Cage. And then re-wipe the board. Abandoned attachments. So they are Lesson deck. Pitching Iroh's demonstration, yeah. I think we stock up here. Weapons Manufacturing into another stock up seems fine. I do want to hit my land drops, though. Okay. So let's Weapons Manufacturing Part 2. The third coming. You think I have enough Weapons Manufacturing? Storm Chaser Mentor. Sick. Otterball Antics, yeah. And they can flash that back. Because Storm Catch Mentor makes everything cost 1 less. Yeah, there it is. And we take 3. Oh, we drew a Fountain Port, so we can do what we said is bounce Pinnacle Starcage. I guess they get some looting off Sokka, and that's wrong. And I should have just played the Starcage out of my hand. They keep everything. Okay, so then it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, this Appa token is going to go away no matter what. But we get 3 Weapons Manufacturing tokens. And pass. It's another reason why this next Pinnacle Starcage can start wrathing their board in a way. Another talent. Yep. Good thing they haven't found a Boomerang Basics yet. They could activate Storm Chaser's talent to get Iroh's demonstration back to kill Appa. Boomerang Basics on Appa. Huh? Into Wisdom. I see. To draw 3 cards. Still really weird why you didn't bounce your own Storm Chaser's talent, but I will take it. Now we have to worry about Accumulate Wisdom. Never mind, that's a Soul Guide Lantern off the top. Never unlucky. So we can take their Wisdom, get some manufacturing triggers. And we can cast Appa. Hopefully they don't have a Quench. And start bouncing our manufacturing triggers. And going face. Ooh. This could be wrong because I should exile their graveyard because they can get Boomerang Basics back. And I can't replay Soul Guide Lantern, so that might be a punt on my part. But they're at 10, and that's going to be a clock. Another talent. That's scary. Firebending Lesson kicked on poor Appa. Appa down! We drew a Legion Extruder, which is like the best thing ever. It's a Soul Guide Lantern. Let's exile their graveyard. And Legion Extruder can kill their Otter. And then next turn, the Pinnacle Starcage can go face and kill people. Make sure we sacrifice their entire graveyard so their Storm Chaser talent doesn't do anything. And pass. Storm Chaser's talent, yep. Leveled up all the way. Do it. There's nothing in your graveyard, so level 2 does nothing there. They just pass, so we can crack your munitions, go face, make a token, and beat down face. They're almost dead the normal way if we would crack Fountain Port on munitions, Legion Extruder on munitions, and the Golem token would make contact. But we do have the kill with Pinnacle Starcage in the hand, unless they have flat negate, and we can't beat that. And we're still very far ahead on board. Opponent's thinking really hard over there. Alright. Get in with my 3/3. Alright, show me negate. I play my Starcage. Trigger, trigger, trigger. And munitions trigger to the face for lethal. And on to the next game. I love this deck, guys. I go first. We can keep this. We can't cast blue yet. If I do passage on red, this guaranteed that we can cast every our Torch to the Tower. So I think it's okay to play this passage tap. I play Breeding Pool tap. Okay. We can just play our Verge and pass. We drew River Pyre Verge, which is our additional red source, which is unfortunate. And we still don't have blue. No, we have blue, so we can press stock up. Getting a Battlefront and probably the Relic. They're showing us Breeding Pool and Mysterized Village. The question is, are they control or they're a bad Simic draw player? Demolition Field. I think we just play Relic to try to get something out of their hand. They're probably a control deck. Question is, do I want to slam Legion Extruder out into control magic? Let's find out. What are you playing? Trim possible. Salt the star charts, unkicked. It's pretty good. They were probably looking for a land. So does this mean they are Kavero? Or does this mean that they're Kona? We found a white source. They're Bant? Bant what? Oh, I'm gonna just Battlefront. Show me counter magic. Finding Tezzeret Weapons Manufacturing. 0 Tezzy. On Relic. Play a Thundering Falls, tapped. I don't need another Tezzeret. We get to pass. Really confused what my opponent is doing. I guess I could have grabbed Lantern with Tezzeret. If they have Ultima, would be weird. Get lost on Tezzy, okay. Into a stock up. So I assume they are just Bant control at this point. Fountain Port's an okay draw. So let's just play Fountain Port and pass. Another Demolition Field. So this Fountain Port is not long for this world. Yep. So we are going to crack one of the map tokens they gave us to draw a card. Try another Relic. Yep. Demo field, we get to find planes. Into authority. So with authority on the stack, we're going to sack this map and make a 3/3 golem. Split up on my golem. Sure. So I want a Dusk Rose Relic, sacking Relic to get rid of nothing. Just drawing a card. We found a Fountain Port, which is really good. And we found another Relic. So let's just draw. More weapons manufacturing triggers. And we found a United Battlefront. War weapons manufacturing. So let's go. So our board is pretty stacked. If they play Ultima, that's going to just slow us down a little bit, but not forever. Stock up into Lorsch Portico. Into another authority. Okay. We drew another land. Guess we're going to play that land tapped and pass. We could play Dusk Rose Reliquary, but I just want to hold on to it for a second. Fountain Port. Demo field on Fountain Port, so this means we can sacrifice our munitions to go 2 to the face and start doing damage to my opponent. Fountain Port draws a card. Demo field resolves, and we get our last basic from the deck. Probably just going to pass. So I'm going to Legion Extruder sacking Relic. Fortunately, they gain 2 life from this, but we have a 3/3 on board. Found another Dusk Rose. Okay. Rides end on my token. Yeah, you got it. Are they dead here? Probably not. Dusk Rose sacking Dusk Rose. They're holding up counter magic, so I don't want to play Pinnacle Starcade just yet. But we can Dusk Rose again, sacking one of the munitions. Holding our last Dusk Rose in hand for something. And I'm trying to set up enough munitions to make this Pinnacle Starcade lethal. Pass. Salt kick main phase. I'll take it. They're probably looking for Ultima now. End step, we're going to sack another munitions, do 2 to the face, and make another 3/3 golem. So net neutral. Ride's End again. Yep. So they have 1 untapped source. I think that's just lethal. Legion Extruder. 2 to the face. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Dark Rose sacking another Dark Rose. It doesn't matter. Trigger, trigger, trigger. And then Pinnacle Starcage. Taking all of my artifacts. Trigger, trigger, trigger. What I also could have done is keep the last Dark Rose Reliquary to sacrifice Pinnacle to get all my stuff back. To continue doing this loop if my opponent was not dead. But 14 munitions trigger, I think, is enough. Let's go on to the next game. I gotta go first. I don't think I can keep this hand. This hand seems a little better. Throw away Appa, probably. Fortunately, we don't have double white for Pinnacle Starcage. Let's play Village first and pass. Opponent plays a turn 1 Scavenger. Well, we have a turn 2 Extruder to kill your Scavenger. Team Rip on my Legion. That's rude. Well, there's my double white. So we can play Boros Manufacturing and pass. Opponent plays Spellbook Vendor. Whipping the roll token on it. Pass. Just play our land that we and play Battlefront. Legion Extruder is not an answer we need. So we're going to keep this Pinnacle Starcage around for a while. And pass. Looks like they play Scavenger. Put a roll token on the Scavenger. Bash in for 3. Scries to the top. Passes the turn. And what to do here? Probably just Pinnacle Starcage. And just get my life over with. Wipe their board. I lose my second Legion Extruder, but I think I'm okay with this. Wrath the board. Murata. Ooh, we could try playing around with Murata. We could still tune this deck. It could be fun. There's another Spellbook Vendor. They're keeping 1 mana up every time, so I should probably just jam this Pinnacle Starcage and just deal with their board. Because they have a lot less creatures than me. And I have a lot more answers. So we can just dump out our hand here, trigger to the face, and pass. Scavenger. Yep, Scavenger is a likely target to die. So I think I want to sack Fountain Port on the token munitions to draw a card first. And force the protection out of their hand. And in response, we sack munitions, the second munitions to kill Scavenger. You have 2 forms of protection? If you do... Nope, you just have card draw. And now I think we are pretty decently far ahead. Play the Surveil land we drew for turn. Don't need Soul Guide Lantern and pass. Seam Rip. Seam Rip on... Not my manufacturing. I think that is wrong. Armored Armadillo. Sick. Stock up. Finding Tezzy and another stock up, probably. And let's just get Tezzeret down. Pump up the Golem and pass.
My control is absolute.
Sheltered by Ghost. Yeah. There goes my token.
Not as weak as I expected.
And that's a pretty simple game. One goes first. I get to keep a hand of something. Hope the Surveil land can get us into something. We have Dusk Rose, but we need something to sack to Dusk Rose. Opponent plays Jasmine Tea Shop. Earth Kingdom Protectors, yep. So, Thundering Falls, just Surveil. Don't need a Fountain Port. So, Ally seems okay of a matchup for us, but we need to find our artifacts to start dealing with their allies. South Pole, yep. We need to find an artifact to deal with South Pole immediately. Ezri is not the answer. I guess we can Boomerang basic South Pole to tempo them. But it kind of feels like a losing play. Oh, Sacred Foundry tapped and pass. Wait, I'm playing against Jaeger? Jaeger, don't you dare! Oh, they just dumped their hand? Okay. Why is she not saving for South Pole? Don't you dare look at my hand, Jaeger. Can't believe this is the first time I'm getting stream snipe. Oh no, this is my deck. The deck that you played to get to mid. Hey, hold on. Clap to Jaeger and YouTube chat. Proud of you for making Mythic rank for the first time. Go you. I think I just need to Verge and stock up to find answers. We'll take United Battlefront Weapons Manufacturing and pass. But if someone watched my video, made it to Mythic for the first time. That's why you should subscribe to Raven Shack in 2026. New upcoming streamer. South Pole, yep. Into South Pole? That's disgusting. Stop it. So you know what? One card wins the game on the spot, chat. Are you ready? Are you ready? They play a land. We're gonna spin the wheel. Come on, Battlefront. I'm walking away. I'm done. I'm done. That's all I need. That's all I need. Goodbye, allies. Great Divide Guide, yep. Your last card's a... Ooh. Well, we can Relic. I want a Relic to draw a card rather than United Battlefront, especially with how many Dusk Rose that we have, and I want to find a land. So my goal is to find a land here. That's not a land with Appa. Ugh. So let's just pass, and we have total board control and a handful of cards. Hopefully doesn't top deck. No, they drew a land. Oh, are you playing Siegebreaker? We could die at any time. This is a problem. Good game, Jaeger. I'm sorry that's a bad matchup for you. Good luck in your Mythic climb. I go first. We have all over colors. We have interaction. We have draw. Let's keep it. Play Surveil turn 1. I don't think I want another land just yet. Turn 1 planes into Lightstall, which seems fine for us because we're going to play this tapped anyways. And we can play untapped white or Legion Extruder. I was going to tap for Torch of the Tower, but this seems better. Or I can let them extend into Pinnacle Star Cage. Like, all the things work here. Aerialist, yeah. Relic is a fine draw, at least to look for more cards. And I'm going to play the land off of Lightstall Inquisitor. We can take a damage for a little turn because Pinnacle Star Cage takes up everything in my opponent's deck as the mono-red aggro deck. What I could do next turn is Boomerang Basics, bounce Legion Extruder, and then play Dark Cage because I don't want to lose Legion Extruder just yet. Plays a land and a Scavenger, yep. Feather of Flight to draw a card. Swing for 4. Let's Boomerang Basics. Legion Extruder back to our hand. Play one of the many lands that we have. Make sure we have double white and Pinnacle Star Cage. Take the board and draw a card. Also, Nightbot, why do you spam so much, dude? Calm down. There's another Scavenger. Into a Weaver. There your armor. Yep. That makes sense. We drew another Star Cage, so we can just play Weapons Manufacturing, Star Cage number 2, and wipe up the board. And I think, yeah, Pinnacle Star Cage is so good right now. I think we can keep this. They were playing a Breen deck? Yeah, they're playing Chocobo deck. Alright, I think I want to do this on blue and bounce with Boomerang to tempo this Chocobo. Especially because we drew a Legion Extruder. There's a Chocobo again. Unfortunately, we don't have red though, so we Relic here to draw a card. That's a red source, that's fine. My opponent's probably very confused about me playing Boomerang Basics with Relic in the same deck. Don't worry, I am too. Oh, this Chocobo's gonna get big. There's the badgermole. Sacking Evolving Wilds. I really like Earthbending with these dual lands. Because we can Legion Extruder the badgermole. And now we can Dusk Rose Reliquary sacking Relic to get rid of the Chocobo. And we pass. We have another Dusk Rose in case they play Ice Till Explorer in future turns. Deep Cavern Bat. You got it. Which would you like to take, sir? If I was my opponent, I would be probably taking Stock Up here. Or Torch the Tower. So they did take Stock Up. Cracking Evolving Wilds. To ramp. Seems fair. I think I'm going to play the Surveil land and keep up Torch the Tower. I don't want a Relic right now, do I? Also, I could have killed the Bat and then stocked up. Two options to do, of course. Bandit's Talent, yep. You can take a Dusk Rose. Into another Deep Cavern Bat. So let's just kill their first bat. Their bat is going to take Stock Up back. Level of Bandit's Talent, yep. So we just have to play around, having extra cards in our hand for most of the game. So on my turn, we draw the Relic we knew about, so let's play the Relic. Opponent sacks the Wilds in response. Legion Extruder. So let's play Legion Extruder, getting back Stock Up. Play this Passage on red and pass. And as long as they don't make us discard any more cards, I think we're in a good spot. Liliana. Yeah.
The undead make great minions.
Knight of Battlefront was a good draw.
Speak ill of the undead.
Weapons Manufacturing Soul Guide Lantern. Take badgermole. And let's play a land and pass. Zombie.
My packs give me strength.
To a badgermole. Yeah, and that's a board. Beginning of your draw step, draw additional card for each opponent's draw. Yep. So would you like to attack? That's a yes. I think it's still worth it to draw a card here. Protect our life source. Drew a land though. So let's block the zombie. They get to draw a card though.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
Stock up. Let's stock up here, hopefully finding something that matters. We did not. Boomerang Basics are Legion Extruder. They're going to draw so many cards off this though. Legion Extruder to Lily. Play the Surveil land. Other weapon manufacturing's okay. And we can pass. Lily's not ultimating yet, so... Mossborn Hydra. Yeah, that's a card. Found a land, yep. Activate Lily again.
Death is such an effective tool.
Weapons manufacturing is our draw, which we know about. So manufacturing into Tezzy. Tezzy down tick. For Dusk Rose. Dusk Rose on a munition. I think I just have to get rid of their board. Unfortunately, they're going to draw cards off of it.
Time to get my hands dirty.
Trigger, trigger. Tezzeret gets bigger.
There is no this technology is advanced.
And Tezzeret lives for one turn. Pass. Unfortunately, they draw 2 cards, so I should have held on to Starting Town. Or I should have cracked Soul Guide Lantern. I'm glad I didn't. Deep Cavern Bat does nothing to us. Another Hydra. Yeah. Into Atlanta Wells, yeah. Passing, okay. Lily on a tick up, and now we Soul Guide Lantern to save our life on upkeep. Appa. That seems good. So Tezzy can go get Dusk Rose. So Dusk Rose sacrificing missions. We go at Liliana. Trigger, trigger. Let's take Hydra. And then we can Appa. Bounce munitions, bounce munitions, bounce munitions, bounce munitions. Bounce Tezzeret for the turn. And this can deal with Lily. Oh, I did it in the wrong order. So the last trigger was supposed to go on a creature. So then I have to go face her, they draw another card.
Oh, defeat. What a drag.
And then I think I'm just going to pass here. Keeping 2 cards in my hand for Bandit Talent. Through Bristly Bill. Yeah, that's a card. Luckily, they only double on their Swamp. They just passed the turn, sweet. United Battlefront was the best draw. Weapons Manufacturing Starcage. So they get a few of their creatures back, which seems fine. I think we can still stock up here. Legion and untap land is important. So Legion to kill Hydra. And pass. Unfortunately, they get to draw 2. This is my sequence there. I guess there's no way getting around it. I'd rather get rid of all their creatures and... yeah, Deep Cavern Bat gets the whiff again. Into Cecil. Bandit Talent, we take 2. Desert comes down.
Everything you own will belong to me.
And let's just untap. Let's sack munitions to start pinging down the board. Make a note 3/3. Tezzeret untaps Extruder, and we pass, keeping lands in our hands for Bandit Talent. And then I think now I feel comfortable attacking with Appa. We're trying to dodge another Liliana here. Evolving Wilds. I can't answer with Legion Extruder here because they could have sacrificed Evolving Wilds in response. So on my turn, I probably should have just killed Chocobo. My opponent's just going to pass, so let's sack the munitions. And just slowly ping down their board. Make an army of 3/3s. Make Tezzy bigger.
Soon you will grow.
Another Legion Extruder. We can Legion Extruder. And now we get to Ultimate Tezzeret. So Legion Extruder on Chocobo.
I am in charge. Soon you.
But even then, that's probably not the answer. We can sacrifice munitions. Kill Chocobo. Tezzeret.
My network is already vast.
Go to combat.
I command the very building blocks of this system.
Put this on munitions.
I am in charge.
Oh, that's a summoning 6-1. Oops. And let's attack for 9. And I think we're now in a really good spot. I might have played a little bit too passive here, but that's okay. The downside to this is nothing. And we just pass. Holding 2 lands in our hand because of Bandit's talent. Plays a land and pass. And GG. Rank 33. Yeah, this deck is sweet. For best of one, I felt Soul Guide Lantern I kind of want 2 of because there's a few Cavero decks running around. However, Tezzeret just impressed me. Finding Tezzeret off Knighted Battlefront when Weapon Manufacturing is out is very easy to ultimate a Tezzeret and just win a game on the spot from there. And I really like this deck. I want to keep tuning with this deck, and I think Weapon Manufacturing is at a great spot in Standard right now. I know it's weird to say, but I promise this deck is fantastic. If I'm not playing a best of one, I would probably put the Soul Guide Lantern in the sideboard and bring back Chainsaw into the main board. But besides that, this deck list is great. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.